NAD+ is a coenzyme that's critical for mitochondrial function. Cellular senescence is one of the most interesting areas of longevity research right now. Here's the protocol for targeting genomic instability. What longevity skincare can and cannot do. I'm gonna walk you through the biggest shift happening in skincare right now. And it's not another retinol alternative or a new peptide everyone's buzzing about. It's longevity science. For the first time, we're seeing skincare products formulated around the actual hallmarks of aging that researchers have identified at the cellular level. We're talking about mitochondrial dysfunction, cellular senescence, and DNA damage, the root causes of why skin ages, not just the visible symptoms. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds like science fiction or marketing hype or something that costs $1,000 and doesn't actually work. And I get it, because the skincare industry throws around terms like cellular repair and anti-aging breakthrough constantly. But here's what's different now. We have peer-reviewed longevity research from institutions studying lifespan extension, and that research is finally making its way into topical formulations with ingredients that have actual mechanisms of action. So here's what we're covering today. I'm breaking down the key hallmarks of aging that matter for your skin, the specific ingredients that target each one, and the 8 products I'm actually recommending to my patients who want to incorporate longevity science into their routine. Some of these are drugstore affordable, some are investment pieces, but all of them are grounded in research that goes way deeper than typical cosmetic claims. Let's start with what longevity science actually means for skin. Here's what most people don't understand about aging. It's not just about time passing. Aging is a biological process driven by specific cellular mechanisms that researchers have identified and named. In 2013, a landmark paper in the journal Cell outlined 9 hallmarks of aging. These aren't skincare marketing terms. These are the actual biological processes that drive aging in every organ system, including your skin. The hallmarks that matter the most for skin are mitochondrial dysfunction, cellular senescence, loss of proteostasis, and genomic instability. Let me translate that. So mitochondrial dysfunction means your skin cells aren't producing energy efficiently anymore, so they can't repair damage or make collagen as well as they used to. Cellular senescence means that you're accumulating these zombie-type cells that stick around and release inflammatory signals that break down your extracellular matrix. Loss of proteostasis means your cells are getting worse at maintaining protein quality, which includes collagen and elastin. And genomic instability means accumulated DNA damage from UV exposure and oxidative stress is causing mutations that accelerate aging. Those 4 processes are why your skin starts to wrinkle, sag, lose elasticity, develop age spots, and thin out over time. And for decades, skincare just treated the symptoms. So we'd use retinol to boost collagen, vitamin C for antioxidants, sunscreen for UV protection. But we weren't addressing the underlying cellular dysfunction. That's what's changing now. I had a patient last month, age 53, who is a dermatology enthusiast, and she uses tretinoin and sunscreen religiously, which is great. So she asked me what the next frontier was. She said, I've done everything you can do with conventional actives. What's the cutting edge? And what's up and coming? What else can I use? And that's when I started talking about longevity. Targeted ingredients like NAD+ boosters, senolytics, and mitophagy activators. Her response was, wait, those are real things in skincare now? Yes, they are. So if you're someone who's interested in not just looking younger, but actually slowing the biological aging process in your skin, this is the category you need to understand. These aren't miracle creams. They're formulations designed around specific mechanisms that researchers are studying in longevity labs. And some of them are genuinely exciting. The first hallmark we're targeting is mitochondrial dysfunction. And there's one ingredient that's leading the pack here. Your mitochondria are the energy factories of your cells. When they're functioning well, your skin cells have the energy to repair DNA damage, synthesize collagen, and turn over efficiently. But as you age, your NAD+ levels decline. NAD+ is a coenzyme that's critical for mitochondrial function. And when that drops, your cellular energy production drops with it. This is why aging skin looks dull, heals slowly, and loses its ability to bounce back from damage. The ingredient that's getting the most attention for mitochondrial support right now is urolithin A. This is a compound that activates mitophagy, which is your cell's process for recycling damaged mitochondria and replacing them with healthy ones. It's been studied extensively for muscle health and longevity, and now it's showing up in skincare. The product I recommend most often for this is Timeline's Mitopure. It's a supplement, not a topical, but the research shows it improves cellular energy and skin barrier function from the inside out. It's around $60 a month, and my patients who've been on it for 3 months report better skin texture and faster healing. Timeline also makes a whole range of topical skincare, including exfoliants, serums, and creams that I encourage you to check out. Some of them are over the counter and some can only be purchased in doctors' offices. All of their ingredients are extensively backed by science, and they also have the key ingredient urolithin A. For topical NAD+ support, the ingredient you want is niacinamide. This is a precursor to NAD+, and it's been shown to improve mitochondrial function, reduce inflammation, and strengthen the skin's barrier. The Eucerin Anti-Pigment Dual Serum has niacinamide as a core ingredient, and it's also under $40. I also love the Alastin Restorative Skin Complex, which combines trihex peptides with antioxidants to support mitochondrial health and collagen remodeling. That's about $195, so it's an investment, but it's one of the most sophisticated longevity-focused topicals on the market right now. The Restorative Skin Complex also focuses on extracellular matrix health, which is one of those key hallmarks of aging. I had a patient in her late 40s who was a marathon runner, very interested in longevity optimization. So she started the Timeline Mitopure supplement and then added the Alastin Restorative Skin Complex. 3 months later, she said her skin looked more alive. Not just smoother or brighter, but it looked like she had more vitality. That's what mitochondrial support does. It's not about covering up damage, it's about giving your cells the resources to function better. So if you're building a longevity skincare routine, step 1 is supporting the mitochondrial function. Timeline's Mitopure supplement is great if you want the systemic approach, niacinamide-based serums like Eucerin, or Alastin if you want that topical support. These are the foundation. Now let's talk about the second hallmark, cellular senescence. Cellular senescence is one of the most interesting areas of longevity research right now. Here's what happens. As your cells age and accumulate damage, some of them stop dividing but don't die. They just sit there metabolically active, releasing inflammatory cytokines that damage surrounding healthy cells. Researchers call these senescent cells, but the nickname is zombie cells, and they're a huge driver of skin aging. In young skin, your immune system clears out senescent cells efficiently, but as you age, they accumulate, and the inflammatory signals they release, these are called the senescent-associated secretory phenotype, or SAS. These break down collagen, trigger pigmentation, and accelerate aging in the tissue around them. So if we can clear out these zombie cells, we can slow the aging process. The class of compounds that do this is called senolytics. In research settings, drugs like dasatinib and quercetin are being studied for their ability to selectively kill senescent cells. We're not quite at the point where we have over-the-counter specific senolytic care, but we're getting close. The ingredients that slow senolytic-like activity in skin are retinoids, which promote cell turnover and clear out damaged cells, and bakuchiol, which is a gentler botanical alternative that's been shown to have anti-senescence effects. The product I recommend most often for this is the Obagi 360 Retinol 1.0. It's a high-strength encapsulated retinol that promotes aggressive cell turnover without the irritation of other retinol formulas. It's about $70, and it's what I use on patients who want results but can't tolerate prescription tretinoin. The other one I love is Eadem Advanced Repair Serum, which combines bakuchiol with peptides and antioxidants. It's around $120, and it's great for people with sensitive skin who still want anti-senescence benefits. Now, retinoids have been around forever, so you might be thinking, what's new here? What's new is understanding the mechanism. We used to think retinoids just boosted collagen and sped up cell turnover. Now we know they're also clearing out senescent cells and reducing SASP signaling. That's a longevity mechanism, not just a cosmetic one. I had a patient in her early 60s with a history of lifelong sun exposure. She came in with significant age spots and a rough texture. So she switched from a basic retinol over the counter to the Obagi 360 1.0 and added the Eadem serum in the morning. 6 months later, her skin texture was completely smooth and her pigmentation had faded by about 60%. She said people kept asking if she'd had work done, and she hadn't. She just optimized her cell turnover and cleared out some damaged cells. So if you're targeting cellular senescence, retinoids are your first line. There's also a lot of other great products in the works, but at this point, you can start with Obagi 360 if you want strength, and Aramore if you want a gentler bakuchiol option. Use them consistently, give it about 6 months, and watch your skin remodel. The third hallmark is oxidative stress and DNA damage. This is where antioxidants and sun protection become non-negotiable. Every time UV light hits your skin, it causes DNA damage in your skin cells. Most of that damage gets repaired by your cellular repair mechanisms, but some of it accumulates over time. That accumulated DNA damage, also known as genomic instability, is what leads to mutations, age spots, uneven texture, and eventually skin cancer. This is why dermatologists are obsessed with sunscreen. It's not just cosmetic, it's cancer prevention and longevity optimization rolled into one. But here's what's changed in the last few years. We're not just preventing UV damage anymore. We're actively supporting DNA repair with ingredients that help your cells fix the damage that's already happened. The product that does this better than anything else I've seen is Colorscience Total Protection Face Shield SPF 50. It's a tinted mineral sunscreen with iron oxides to block visible light, but it also contains photolyase enzymes that are activated by light and help repair UV-induced DNA damage. It's $59 and it's the sunscreen I recommend to every single patient who's serious about longevity skincare. The other piece of this puzzle is antioxidants. Free radicals generated by UV exposure, pollution, and normal metabolism cause oxidative stress that damages your cellular machinery. Antioxidants neutralize those free radicals before they can do damage. The gold standard is still vitamin C, but we're also seeing more sophisticated antioxidant blends that target multiple pathways. Lancome Regenery Longevity MD is one of the most interesting new launches in this space. It's formulated around longevity science with a blend of antioxidants including vitamin C, niacinamide, and resveratrol, plus peptides that support collagen synthesis. It's about $130 and it's positioned as a daily serum that targets multiple hallmarks of aging at once. I've been recommending it to patients who want a single product that addresses oxidative stress, mitochondrial function, and collagen degradation. Like I said earlier, I also love the Alastin Restorative Skin Complex for this category because it combines antioxidants with trihex peptides that support your skin's ability to clear out damaged collagen and elastin so new healthy proteins can take their place. That's not just antioxidant defense, that's active tissue remodeling. I had a patient mid-50s who was an outdoor enthusiast, history of sun damage, who started using Colorscience as her daily SPF and added the Lancome Longevity MD serum underneath. 4 months later, her skin tone was visibly more even, her texture was smoother, and she said her skin just looked healthier. That's what happens when you combine DNA repair, antioxidant defense, and collagen support. You're not just preventing new damage, you're helping your skin recover from decades of accumulated stress. So here's the protocol for targeting genomic instability. Colorscience Total Protection SPF 50 every morning, reapplied every 2 hours if you're outside. Lancome Longevity MD or Alastin Restorative Skin Complex underneath for antioxidant and peptide support. This is your defense layer and it's non-negotiable if you're talking about long-term skincare health. The fourth hallmark is inflammation, and this one ties everything together. One of the biggest insights from longevity research in the last decade is that aging is fundamentally an inflammatory process. Researchers call it inflammaging, chronic low-grade inflammation that drives tissue damage, immune dysfunction, and accelerated aging across every organ system. In your skin, inflammaging breaks down collagen, triggers pigmentation, impairs barrier function, and keeps your skin in a constant state of stress. The cellular pathway that regulates inflammation and aging is called mTOR, mechanistic target of rapamycin. When mTOR is overactive, your cells are in growth mode, which sounds good, but it also means they're not doing as much autophagy, the cleanup process where cells recycle damaged components. Inhibiting mTOR activates autophagy, reduces inflammation, and has been shown in animal studies to extend lifespan. This is why rapamycin, an mTOR inhibitor, is one of the most studied longevity compounds in the world. And now, for the first time, we have a topical rapamycin product available for skincare. It's called Rapalogics, and it's a prescription-strength rapamycin cream that's been shown to reduce skin aging markers, improve texture, and decrease inflammation. It's about $150 a month, and you do need to get it from a dermatologist who's familiar with longevity medicine. I started recommending it to select patients who are really serious about optimizing their skin at the cellular level. The patients I put on Rapalogics, we're talking maybe 10 so far because it's very new, are reporting smoother texture, less redness, and what they describe as a glow that doesn't come from any other topical they've used. And that makes sense because we're not just treating surface level aging, we're modulating a fundamental aging pathway at the cellular level. Now, rapamycin is not for everyone. It's actually a potent drug, and we're still learning about the ideal dosing and frequency for topical and oral use. But if you're someone who's already optimized everything else, so you're using sunscreen, retinoids, antioxidants, you've dialed in your nutrition, exercise, and sleep, and you want to take it to the next level, this is it. Talk to a dermatologist who understands longevity medicine and ask if Rapalogics is right for you. So that's the inflammation piece, mTOR inhibition with topical rapamycin. It's cutting edge, it's not widely available yet, but it's the future of longevity skincare. And I'm genuinely excited about where this category is going. Now let's talk about how to actually build a routine around these principles. Here's the reality of longevity skincare. You can't just throw 10 products at your face and hope they'll all work together. You need a strategic routine that layers these ingredients correctly and gives each one space to do its job. So let me walk you through what a longevity optimized skincare routine actually looks like. In the morning, you're focused on protection and mitochondrial support. Start with a gentle cleanser. I like CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser, nothing fancy. Pat your face semi-dry. Apply your longevity serum, that's either the Lancome Longevity MD, the Alastin Restorative Skin Complex, or the Eucerin Anti-Pigment Dual Serum, which is also their newest longevity product but only available in Europe. These all contain antioxidants and ingredients that support cellular function. So let that absorb for 60 seconds, then apply your sunscreen. Think about Colorscience Total Protection Face Shield SPF 50. That's my top pick because it does have DNA repair enzymes built in. That's your morning, 4 minutes total. In the evening, you're focused on cellular repair and cellular turnover. Cleanse again, pat semi-dry. This is when you apply your retinoid. The Obagi 360 Retinol 1.0 if you want more strength. You can also look at the Eadem Advanced Repair Serum if you want a bakuchiol alternative. If you're using prescription Rapalogics, that goes on 2 to 3 nights a week in place of your retinoid. Don't layer them on the same night. Then apply your moisturizer to lock everything in. I love CeraVe Moisturizing Cream or Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Cream, depending on your skin type. For oral supplementation, Timeline Mitopure is the one I recommend most often for mitochondrial support. Take it daily with breakfast. They also make gummies that are really easy to digest. The research shows you need consistent dosing for at least 12 weeks to see skin benefits. So this is a long time, it's an investment. Now here's the critical part. You won't see results in just 2 weeks. Longevity skincare is not about instant gratification. You're modulating cellular processes that take months to show visible improvement. Most of my patients start seeing textural changes around the 8-week mark and tone and pigmentation improvements around 12 weeks. And the real, wow, my skin looks different moment is around 6 months. But if you're not willing to commit to that timeline, this category isn't for you. I had a patient who was 48 years old, a tech executive, very data-driven. She started a full longevity protocol about 6 months ago. Colorscience SPF, Lancome Longevity MD, the Obagi Retinol, and the Timeline Mitopure. She tracked progress photos every 4 weeks. At the 3-month mark, she was a little skeptical, so she saw some minor texture improvements, but nothing dramatic. At 6 months, she came in and said, okay, this actually works. Her skin looked 10 years younger, not because of one magic product, but because she'd been constantly supporting every major hallmark of aging for half a year. So here's the protocol. Morning protection with antioxidant serum and DNA repair SPF. Evening repair with retinoid or rapamycin. Daily oral mitochondrial support if you want the systemic boost. Commit to 6 months before you judge the results. This is longevity science. You're in it for the long haul, not a 2-week Instagram transformation. The last piece is understanding what longevity skincare can and cannot do. Here's what I need to be very clear about. Longevity skincare is not going to erase 50 years of sun damage in 3 months. It's not going to replace a facelift if you have severe sagging. And it's not going to give you the skin of a 20-year-old if you're 60. What it does is slow the rate of aging going forward and modestly improve the function of the skin you have now. Think of it like this. If aging is a slope, conventional skincare is trying to make you look better as you slide down that slope. Longevity skincare is trying to flatten the slope. You're still aging, but you're doing it slower. And if you start early enough, if you're in your 30s or 40s, and you start targeting these hallmarks now, the compounding effect over 20 years is massive. You're talking about the difference between looking 70 at 70 versus looking 55 at 70. The patients who get the most out of longevity skincare are the ones who understand it's a prevention and optimization strategy, not a rescue mission. If you're already dealing with significant aging and you want dramatic improvement, you need in-office treatments like lasers, radiofrequency, fillers, potentially surgery. But if you want to slow down the aging process and maintain the skin quality you have now for as long as possible, this is your toolkit. Lasers can also be combined with skincare to even augment the results further. The other thing to understand is that skincare is only one piece of longevity. Your skin is a reflection of your systemic health. If you're using the right topicals but you're not sleeping, you're chronically stressed, you're eating ultra-processed food, and you're not exercising, your skin is going to age faster than it should. Longevity skincare works best when it's part of a broader longevity strategy that includes nutrition, sleep, movement, and stress management. I had a patient recently who said something that stuck with me. She said, "I'm not trying to look 20 again. I just want to look like the healthiest version of 60 that I can be." That's the right mindset. That's what longevity skincare is designed to do. It's not about chasing youth, it's about optimizing the aging process so you look and feel as vital as possible at every stage of life. So that's a longevity skincare framework. We're targeting mitochondrial dysfunction with NAD+ boosters like Timeline and niacinamide. We're clearing senescent cells with retinoids and bakuchiol. We're protecting against DNA damage with advanced SPF and antioxidants. And we're reducing inflammation with mTOR inhibition. And we're doing it all with a 6-month mindset because that's how long it takes to see real cellular remodeling. So here's what I want you to take away. Longevity skincare is real. It's grounded in decades of aging research, and it's finally making its way into formulations you can actually buy. But it's not magic. It's biology, and biology takes time. If you're someone who's interested in not just looking younger, but actually slowing the aging process in your skin, start with the basics. SPF with DNA repair, a longevity-focused serum, and a retinoid at night. Add oral mitochondrial support if you want that systemic boost, and give it 6 months. Stop chasing quick fixes that don't address the root causes. Now, I want to hear from you. Are you already using any longevity-focused ingredients? Or is this a completely new category for you? And what hallmark of aging are you most interested in targeting? Drop it in the comments because I'm planning follow-up videos on specific longevity compounds like NAD+ precursors and senolytic peptides, and I want to know what you want to learn more about.